Greetings, Michael here at Gilbert, Arizona. And I was just reading the Exodus, the Torah portion this morning, and 13:4 it says that Yudevavhe rained the bread from heaven. And so when he rained the bread from heaven, he said to test the people whether they will walk in the Torah or not. And Yeshua said that he is the bread that is of heaven, that he is the bread of life. And so that's even a more significant thing there, is that the very wonderful gift of Yeshua is the bread from heaven, is the manna. That this important gift is to walk out the Torah, that accept Yeshua as he was, his blood upon your forgiveness of your sin. Now this is how I want you to act. And there's just no more animal sacrifice. And you got to learn to love him more than you love anything else. And then you're able to love your neighbor as yourself. So within this, I also came to the prodigal son, and that's what this teaching is going to be. And I'm not going to give you scripture verses. You have to look that up. But what I'm going to tell you is that the prodigal son's return, he returned after he was eaten with the pigs. Not eating the pigs, eating with the pigs. The things that the people were feeding the pigs, that's where he was getting his food for his belly. He wasn't killing the pig and eating the pig over barbecue or whatever, having a feast. He was actually just eating with the pigs. And so you can look at it as, maybe the people of the world. As Yeshua said, is don't cast your pearls before swine. And don't give the children's bread to the dogs. Again, the prodigal son's return, when he got the rings and the new garments and the fattened calf was broken out into a barbecue feast, he was just eating with the pigs. He wasn't the pigs. He wasn't eating the pigs, the meat of the flesh of the animal, of the swine. And so it's a very wonderful teaching there that Yeshua himself give to us as an example. And take it to a step further, when I'm looking into a white glaring piece of metal behind me here, so it's like blazing in my eyes. So if I close my eyes, that's the reason. But anyway, when the sheet opened up on Peter, Peter says, my lips have never tasted nothing unclean. So that's a very significant thing. Then you have the knock on the door. Peter, don't call unclean what I've made clean. Now through his blood, he didn't make the animals clean. He made no more animal sacrifice. So the mercy is upon the animals because he is our sacrifice. He's the blood of the lamb. And then, but the people that were knocking on the door, these is who I made clean, Peter. So go and teach them how I want them to act. Now I've redeemed them by the Ruach, by the Spirit. They're knocking on your door. They want to know how to act now. So one more deeper portion on that is that he didn't make the animals clean to eat. He just made the people clean that were eating the animals. Now you're supposed to act like he wants you out, walk out his Torah, in other words. Because he puts his word above his name. That's the most understanding in anything. So Yeshua says, now one yod or one tittle will pass away from the Torah or the Tanakh until heaven and earth are anew. So right now at the present time, I don't see the new heaven and the new earth yet. It's still blood trail all the way, and famines and plagues and tsunamis and earthquakes and volcanoes and eruptions in the sea, and it's amazing. So, but anyway, the prodigal son, the sheet opening up on Peter. Now how do I want to act in the bread from heaven? So another thing a lot of people don't understand is, I think it's 1 Corinthians 6 chapter, is where that, we are the temple of the living Elohim. For anyone who defiles the temple of the living Elohim, Elohim will defile him, destroy him actually. And so you look at that upon, the Romans and the Greeks, the pork-eating, wine-drinking people, and many others are like that. I used to be the same. And he will destroy us, and you can feel that more than ever. You're building more bricks for Pharaoh than you are building treasure in heaven. And then as soon as people that I've had in my life start building treasure in heaven, doing good deeds to a true servant, or understanding the truth, they fall away quickly, because most of the people don't understand we're influenced by, most of the world is influenced by the fallen angels, and that's another teaching I'll come after this. So may Yahweh bless, and may Yeshua fill your heart. Return to the Torah. This no more. The sacrifice is done away with. The animal sacrifice. Everything else still holds until Yeshua returns in the new heaven and new earth. May Yahweh bless and Yeshua fill your heart. Amen and amen.